Music producers, does your image matter in 2017 and beyond? Let's talk about it. Producers, music producers, hip hop producers, trap producers, R&B producers, dubstep producers, whatever producer you are in 2017, your responsibilities are now heightened now. It is not the same that it used to be. Back in the day when it was producers, and I'm talking about like early 2000s, when I say back in the day, that's back in my day. Back in the day, most producers were really behind the scenes. Most producers didn't want to be seen. They were the dudes in the big baggy hoodies and the big baggy, sweats, who were just sitting in the studio all day, all night, and you really didn't see them much. They weren't the ones actually out here popping bottles. They weren't ones that had clothing sponsors. They really were just the guys who were just lab rats. But today, that has changed. Obviously, even what it means to be a rapper has changed. You look at rappers nowadays and you'd be like, bruh, he's a rapper? Like, that's crazy they look like that today. I'm not here to judge. I just know that things change, people change, and I'm just here to change with them. So knowing that the things change the way that they do, it's important for you to also realize that as these rappers have changed, the opinion about what they represent within the state or the plateau or the position in hip hop has changed as well. Now I feel like what's happening is that we're seeing, although there's still a lot of grievances by producers not getting their credits, not getting their just due, there's a lot more producers who are realizing, like, I am a brand as well. And everything from my tag, everything from the way I present myself on all my social medias, everything from the style of my beats to even people have taken certain special effects or not special effects, but certain sound effects, certain low pass filters and made them their own low pass filter. Now it's the Mike Will made low pass filter. How's this crazy? Or the Sunny Digital low pass filter. People have done that to where they have made that a part of their brand, which lets you know that producers have a brand that exists. Does image matter with producers? Now more than ever. Even when you talk about leasing producers, image matters more than ever because people are not buying just a product. They're buying into you, which is you, and then the product is a representation of what you are. So your products are just all of these arms like an octopus. I ain't never seen no octopus that look like that, but you already know what I'm talking about. You got all these arms that are stretching out, and this is basically what your products are. This octopus is what people are in basically investing into. So today, image matters more than anything. It matters. And I hate to say it, and I've said it before, Tony Robbins always says that style matters more than substance initially. When people first meet you, style matters. If somebody sees you got bummy clothes in their mind, they think you ain't got no money or you bummy. That's just the assumption. So it's the same thing when it comes to producers. If you're always on your Instagrams, if you're always on your YouTube videos doing behind the scenes videos, and you just kind of like look really like dressed down and toned down, you can't get mad at people for not being interested in the work that you do. Now knowing what you know about style being important first, you got to dress up at all times. One thing, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but Kanye had a book of quotes one time, and something amongst a lot of the crazy stuff he was saying, still one of my favorite rappers, but a lot of crazy stuff he said, one thing he said really struck home to me is that you should always leave the house like you're going to somewhere important. You should always leave the house like that. And I want to add on to that and say, you should always get on camera. You should always get on your cell phone like you always have somewhere to go. You got to look like money before anybody's going to invest money into you. That goes for investors, that goes for fans, that goes for supporters, that goes for other rappers who are looking at you as a brand overall. Somebody who I think really, really gets that whole branding aspect as a producer is not even somebody that's considered an industry producer, but somebody who's really at the helm and really a pioneer of this leasing business is Superstar O. Superstar O is a great example of that. He's showing you the lifestyle that comes along with the music that he makes. And the music that he makes falls right in line with the lifestyle that he lives. So is image important? I hate to tell you, for those of you that don't want to be seen, image is more important than it's ever been. You can't rely just on the music no more. It's changing. Now the producers are getting, Sunny Digital did a show out where I'm at, closer to LA, about 50 miles away from where I'm at, but closer to out here. Sunny Digital did a show and sold out as a DJ. playing his beats, playing his songs that were the most popular songs over his beats with all his tags. Now people are coming up and they're seeing, oh damn, Sonny Digital's on the Billboard. I gotta go to that show. It's crazy. We're in 2017 though. And that's what can happen. So the producers who realize this and the people who are listening to me right now, when you go take advantage of that, you'll be light years ahead of these other dudes who are stubborn and say, I ain't gotta pay attention to that. I ain't about to go out here and try to, buy no clothes and impress nobody. I'm making beats inside my house. Why should I? The hell I gotta get dressed for that? You do what you wanna do. But when time passes you by, understand why. Once again, it's another perspiration doodle. Look, if you need some more of that juice, please subscribe to the channel below. Be a part of the notification gang. Doodle. Look, if you have any questions or anything that you want me to answer, this is what I have the foundation of these things built on. Please leave it in the comment below. I basically run a search for question marks every week and just see what you guys are asking. I get to every question because our audience is definitely getting larger, but I'm getting to the questions as soon as possible. Please leave it with a question mark. I will get to them as soon as possible, or send me an email at curtisking@gmail.com. Don't send your music. I didn't tell you to do that. Me slide to my DMs with no mixtape. But to reiterate everything that I was talking about right now, your image matters as a producer today. I know that may be exciting for some people and not so exciting for other people, but it matters. Now knowing that it matters, you gotta make sure you put your best foot forward wherever you decide to show your foot off on these internets. In this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Producers, Curtis King at CurtisKingBeats.com.
I can't listen to you. When I listen to you, it's a liability. Cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.